So let's get right into it. Jimmy Kimmel gets pulled off air and people say it's censorship. Meanwhile, Brian Kilmeade can casually suggest lethal injections to homeless people and nobody blinks. Colbert's show gets canceled, but that's just business. And I'm here with under 600 subscribers on YouTube, losing 100 of them because I said something that was true, or something not designed to fit into either tribe's narrative. And you know what I realize? Everyone here is playing the same game. They just don't admit it. People love to talk about free speech, but what they really mean is speech that I agree with on platforms I control that doesn't cost me anything. Jimmy Kimmel gets tossed and people on the right are like, good, he's anti-Trump. Colbert's shitty show isn't renewed, and people on the left say, see, it's the rise of authoritarianism. But here's the thing, you're both wrong. Or at least you're pretending this isn't about money. Kimmel got pulled because he became a liability during a merger. Colbert's show, losing $40 million a year. You think these media companies care about speech? They care about revenue, ad dollars, shareholder meetings, and regulatory approvals. That's it. Let's not kid ourselves. These companies, Disney, Paramount, Warner Bros., they have lawyers, money, power even. If they really wanted to, they could push back against state pressure from Trump or Biden or anyone. They could. They just don't want to. It's not worth it to them. Firing a host is easier than fighting the FCC. Letting someone go is cheaper than risking billions of dollars in a merger. So they quietly say, it's just a business decision. Move on. And we pretend that's not censorship, but the results are the same. Voices disappear, not because they're wrong, but because they become inconvenient. Now let me bring it home. I'm not a network. I'm not even monetized. I haven't made 1 cent off of YouTube, but I lose subscribers for saying something honest, not because it's offensive, not because I broke the rules, but because I didn't fit someone's little echo chamber. One comment, one opinion, and people click away. And then I realize, even in this free world of independent content, the same pressures apply. You speak the truth, lose your audience. Cater to a tribe, gain followers. You stay in the middle, you get punished by both sides. And that's not an algorithm problem, that's a human problem. The left talks about censorship when it happens to them. The right cheers it on because it happens to their enemies. But we both live under the same structure. One where speech isn't tolerated, only if it's profitable. Say something outrageous, get boost in ratings. Awesome, you're a genius. Say something honest and makes people uncomfortable, suddenly you're a liability. That's the game, and most people are either invested or too afraid to say it out loud. Here's the truth that nobody wants to hear. The biggest threat to free speech isn't the government, it's the private sector too scared, too greedy, or too complicit to defend it. And until we stop pretending that freedom of speech survives in a system that's designed to silence anything that isn't marketable, we've been lying to ourselves. Not because we're evil, but because we're afraid of losing what little platform we have. I'm not here to play the victim. I'm just saying what I've seen, what I've lived. I'll probably lose more subscribers for saying this. And honestly, that just proves my point. But if you're still here and you're still listening, then maybe there's some hope for something better than just an echo chamber and outrage clicks. Maybe truth can still survive somewhere in the middle.